Did you know there are files so disturbing, even the church refused to release them publicly? These weren't horror movie scripts. They were real-life cases handled by Ed and Lorraine Warren, the most famous paranormal investigators in American history. And in 2025, new audio tapes, forgotten case notes, and unearthed artifacts from their archives have just resurfaced. But the question is, what did the Warrens see that we weren't supposed to know? Ed Warren was a self-taught demonologist. Lorraine, a clairvoyant medium. Together, they investigated over 10,000 paranormal cases across the United States and Europe. Their work inspired the Conjuring universe. But Hollywood left out the most terrifying parts. They weren't ghost hunters. They believed in evil and claimed it fought back. If you think these stories were just for the movies, keep watching, because what they documented goes way beyond fiction. You've probably heard of the Enfield poltergeist, a violent haunting in 1977 London. Beds levitating, voices from nowhere, a child speaking in a man's voice. But what you may not know is that Ed and Lorraine Warren flew there uninvited, sensing the case was darker than what was being reported. Lorraine wrote in her diary, "The entity in that house wasn't human, and it wasn't pretending to be." Even British investigators dismissed the case, until US recordings captured the exact same voices in 2025, from a different family. That story, it's still unfolding. Yes, Annabelle is real, not porcelain. She was a Raggedy Ann doll given to a nursing student. But within weeks, it began moving on its own. One night, they found it with parchment paper, and a note that read, "Help me." They didn't even own parchment paper. The Warrens took the doll and locked it in a glass case. But here's what most people don't know. In 2025, a paranormal researcher attempted to replicate Annabelle's energy with AI sensors. The result? His devices caught a high-frequency pulse matching a human scream from inside the sealed case. He's since gone silent. Would you dare stay in the same room as that doll, even for a night? In the 1980s, the Smurl family moved into a duplex in Pennsylvania. What followed was years of torture, smells of rotting flesh, claw marks on walls, levitations, even assaults from an unseen force. Priests performed 4 exorcisms. All failed. The Vatican refused comment. The Warrens investigated and claimed it was a demonic infestation, one of the rarest classifications. In 2025, the Smurl property was scanned using thermal LiDAR. Guess what showed up? Unexplainable heat signatures, in the shape of footprints, in a sealed, empty attic. Are these hauntings really over? Or do they just move on? In 1981, Arne Cheyenne Johnson claimed demonic possession made him commit murder. It became the first U.S. court case where demonic possession was used as a legal defense. The Warrens had warned authorities days before the murder. They believed Arne had been possessed after a failed exorcism on a child he knew. In a 2025 documentary leak, court transcripts revealed previously redacted testimony from Lorraine. The entity entered him during the rite. "We saw it. But no one else believed." Even today, the debate rages. Did the devil really make him do it? Or did the system fail to recognize evil? Rhode Island, 1971. The Perron family claimed their farmhouse was cursed. Apparitions, attacks, possessions. The Warrens warned of a malevolent witch spirit bound to the land. Hollywood's Conjuring only told part of the story. What it left out. In 2025, paranormal investigators using UV imaging found ritual symbols burned into the floorboards, ones only visible under specific light frequencies. The symbols predate the home's construction, meaning something was there long before the house ever was. Pattern interrupt. What if it's not the house that's haunted, but the ground itself? In 2006 and 2019, Ed and Lorraine passed. But their files live on. Hundreds of cases, locked in the Warren Occult Museum. Some were deemed too dangerous to publish. But in 2025, a group of journalists successfully petitioned for access. What they found? Dozens of unreleased tapes. Diaries from Lorraine, including one labeled, "The Case We Couldn't Stop." We're working on that story right now, if you want to uncover the hidden cases never shown in the movies. Subscribe, because some truths are scarier than fiction, and they're only now coming to light in 2025. Which case should we expose next? Comment below if you dare.